I found out my husband was secretly dating another man, and somehow his boyfriend ended up paying me $250,000 a year. And when they almost broke up later, I was the one desperately trying to save their relationship, because honestly, I didn't want to lose the money. My husband and I met online. The first time I saw him in person, I thought he looked incredibly gentle and handsome. I fell for him almost immediately. We dated for over a year and eventually started talking about marriage. But around that time, I noticed he would disappear randomly. Sometimes I'd text him and he wouldn't reply for an entire day. Sometimes he wouldn't answer calls either. And every time we talked about marriage, he seemed anxious. I told myself it was probably just normal pre-wedding stress. Eventually our parents met, everything went smoothly, and we got married. But after the wedding, he completely changed. The man who used to cling to me every day started staying out all night. He barely touched me anymore. That's when I started suspecting that he was cheating on me. Then one day I found a hotel reservation on his phone. That night I drove to the hotel and waited outside. I thought I was going to catch him with another woman, but instead I saw my husband get out of the car with another man. And the way he held onto him, it wasn't subtle. They walked into the hotel together, looking completely comfortable. I remember sitting in my car, unable to breathe properly, but somehow I still managed to take a photo. When I got home, I just sat there in silence waiting for him. Around 1 a.m., he finally came back. And the first thing he said was, "Hey babe, why are you still awake?" I didn't answer, I just showed him the picture, and he said, "Explain." The moment he saw the photo, his entire face turned white. His hands started shaking. I thought he was going to beg for forgiveness. Instead, he suddenly started texting someone frantically. Then he looked at me and said, "Can we talk outside? There is someone else who wants to talk to you too." I almost lost my mind. What did he mean, someone else? Was he seriously bringing his boyfriend to negotiate with me? But somehow, I still went. The three of us met in a private room at a restaurant. The man looked calm, way calmer than I was. Then he looked at me and said, "Since you already know, I'll be honest with you. A lot of the money for your house and car came from me." I remember staring at him, completely speechless. Then he continued, "If you divorce him, I'll take everything back. But if you agree to stay married, name your price." I felt humiliated. I immediately started yelling at him. But he stayed calm and said, "How about $10,000 a month? You don't need to ask where he goes. You don't need to interfere with our relationship. He'll still go home a few times every month to keep up appearances for the family. At every other moment, just pretend you know nothing." And honestly, the moment I heard the number, part of me hesitated, because $10,000 a month was a lot of money to me. Then he added one more thing.
"If you cooperate, I'll give you $250,000 a year. Just don't make things difficult."
That night, I couldn't sleep at all. Part of me kept saying, "This is wrong, this marriage is insane." But another voice in my head kept whispering, $250,000. And eventually, I agreed. After that, I stopped asking questions. My husband disappeared whenever he wanted and I stopped caring. As long as the money kept coming, I stayed quiet. And strangely enough, those were probably the easiest years of my marriage. No arguments, no emotional drama, no responsibilities. I even started thinking, maybe this arrangement isn't so bad. But 2 years later, everything almost fell apart. One night, my husband came home drunk and completely devastated. That's when I found out they had a huge fight and they were about to break up. And somehow, the first emotion I felt wasn't sadness, it was panic. Because all I could think was, if they break up, the money disappears too. So for the next few days, I became their relationship therapist. I comforted my husband, then I comforted his boyfriend. Eventually, I even paid for dinner so the two of them could talk things out. And somehow, they got back together. And me, I kept receiving my $250,000 every year. Sometimes I look back at my life and realize how absurd it all sounds. Most people marry for love. I guess I accidentally turned Min into a business arrangement.